who developed the classic arcade games in Chicago bars. Imagine walking into a lively Chicago arcade bar and playing a game that feels like a blast from the past. Have you ever wondered who made those iconic games? Well, the story starts way back in the early days of arcade gaming. In the 1920s, Chicago was known for mechanical amusements like pinball and skee-ball, which were popular in bowling alleys and amusement parks. These games weren't made for bars, but they set the foundation for social gaming in the city. As time went on, Chicago became a hub for pinball machine manufacturing. Major companies like Gottlieb, Williams, and Bally set up shop in the city. They produced pinball machines that became favorites in bars and arcades all over the country. These companies made machines that were durable, fun, and visually appealing. Many of these pinball machines are still enjoyed today in Chicago's arcade bars. The golden age of arcade video games hit in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Chicago was home to Midway Games, a company that created some of the most famous arcade titles. Think of Pac-Man, Pac-Man and Galaga. These games were not specifically made for bars, but they became a staple in arcades and entertainment centers. Midway Games was based right in Chicago, which helped the city become a center for arcade innovation. When home video game consoles became popular in the late 1980s and 1990s, traditional arcades started to decline. But Chicago's gaming scene stayed strong, especially in competitive gaming. The idea of combining arcade games with bars, known as barcades, grew more popular in the last decade. Venues like Emporium Arcade Bar helped bring this concept to life by mixing classic arcade games with adult beverages. Most of the classic arcade games you see in Chicago bars today were made by companies like Midway Games. Many pinball machines come from local manufacturers such as Gottlieb, Williams, and Bally. These companies didn't create their games specifically for bars, but their machines became a big part of Chicago's arcade scene. Playing these games in a bar connects you to the city's rich history of arcade, manufacturing, and innovation. So, when you're enjoying a game in a Chicago arcade bar, you're playing a piece of local history. Whether it's a Midway classic or a pinball machine from a Chicago-made company, you're experiencing a tradition that helped shape entertainment in the city and beyond. Next time you visit, remember that these games are more than just fun. They're a tribute to Chicago's role in arcade history.